RZ4. I'm from Alliance, Ohio, professional boxer, 1-0, 1 KO, and you watching QO Productions.
What is up? We got the champ in the building.
What's up? What's up?
Champ in the building. First of all, man, I just want to say Happy Father's Day. You know,
Father's Day.
You know what I mean? We're gonna top it off with that. Let's see, where can we start? Let's start, what's behind you?
Up here at the top, I won the Golden Gloves in 2013. That was the first time I ever won them. It was just lock-in time, because I was originally supposed to turn professional 2 years ago, but I ended up having a foot injury by, messing around playing basketball. But I'm thankful that I didn't, though, because I learned so much within those 2 years. So, but the transition from amateur to pros is like, amateur, really you don't really know who you fighting. You just really going out there blindsided, and you just have to adjust when you get in there. The pros, it's a lot different. You fight with no headgear. The gloves are smaller. You don't fight with a shirt, and you're getting paid. So it's really a big transition, and that motivated me too, especially with me getting paid and not getting trophies anymore. So, and I sold a lot of tickets for this fight that I just had, and I sold like $7,000 worth of tickets to my hometown. So everybody was there. So it was crazy. But I was just locked in. I was locked in. A lot of people kept asking me, was I nervous about turning pro and this and that, but I wasn't nervous at all. I just felt like I belonged. I felt like this was my moment and this was my time and it was meant to be. Right here, we got the Golden Gloves. I won that. I believe that was 2017. That was my first time going to the Nationals. Like I knew I had a good following and stuff and some support and stuff like Facebook and all my social medias, but honestly, I didn't really think a lot of people was gonna come. I didn't. I thought some people was gonna support from a distance or whatever, and my close friends that always come, I knew they was gonna be there. So, but the people that did come, I really appreciated, man. It was crazy. Like they had me hyped. Before I even fought, I came out and just to see who was out there, And it was just so many people. I couldn't even stay out there because I couldn't even see everybody because everybody's in my face, like giving me hugs, like saying they're proud of me or whatnot. I was just like, all right, let me go back to the dressing room. So, but yeah, everybody, just seeing people, a lot of people that wasn't there before that ever watched me fight, that was definitely dope. So, and they just like, turned me up a little bit. So, it was dope. My amateur career right here. This is where I had my first knockout, so that was real big for me there. Motivated because like my uncle started boxing, with my coach when he was little, so I seen all the accomplishments that he was doing and all the things that he was doing, like traveling and all that. So I'm just like, I want to be a part of this. Like I want to travel, by just fighting. And then I got into it like at the age of 13. Like all my brothers, we all used to box. Then they just stopped boxing. And then I just stuck with it. Like, I was a knucklehead. I wasn't really serious at that age. And then when I turned 17, that's when I got serious. And then I started fighting and competing and whatnot. But it was like I would do good, like the first 2 rounds. And then I just have like a mental breakdown, like in the 3rd round. Like it was like a mental block. And I was just trying to figure out like how to get over that hump. Cause like I wasn't out of shape. I was just like thinking too much about it, like what was going on. Like, okay, I did good the first 2 rounds. Like I'm cool. Like I feel like I can relax. So mentally, I just wasn't there. And then I went to a tournament. I think it was in Tennessee, and it was Olympic qualifiers, and that was a great experience for me because I seen everybody there and they was fighting and they was serious about what they was doing, and that was like 2016. And then it was like the end of the year, and I was just like, man, if you're gonna do this, like you really gotta do it. Like I see all these other people doing it from Cleveland and Cincinnati and Toledo, and I'm just like, if they can do it, I can do it. So 2017 was really like my breakout year, and I realized this is something I really wanted to do. So yeah, it's a lot, man. It's a lot. I got Outstanding Fighter of the Night right here. It was like probably like 13, 14 fights on there, and I got Outstanding Fighter of the Night. I'm definitely past that. And that was just more of me just psyching myself out, telling myself that I can do it. Like, I can finish that 3rd round. If I can start strong, I gotta finish strong. So that was just mentally me, I had to psych myself out and believe in myself a lot more. And let me see, I got another one, King of the Ring tournament. I fought like 2 weeks in a row, 2 weekends in a row, and I ended up winning the whole thing. Then I got I got fighter of the tournament for that too. So that was huge too. Yeah, I try to keep it a routine. It's like I wake up, 5:30 in the morning, because I stay in Kent, so I come down here to Alliance, to the gym. I run about 5 or 3 miles at the gym, about 8 o'clock. I finish up like around 10:30, and then I go work, and then come back to the gym at 4 o'clock, do my event work and stuff, or we travel and go sparring to like Youngstown, Cleveland, or wherever we gotta go. So it's kind of a routine, I try to balance it out. And I got strength and conditioning on Tuesday and Thursdays with Unbreakable out there towards Salem. But yeah, I just try to balance it out as much as possible. And I kind of really try to keep the same routine, I try to switch it up, that way I have something different to look at. So. And then right here we got the Golden Gloves. I won that. I believe that was 2017. That was my first time going to the Nationals. And then, let me see. It's a lot, man. It's a lot. I got Outstanding Fighter of the Night right here. It was like, probably like 13, 14 fights on there. And I got Outstanding Fighter of the Night. And let me see, I got another one, King of the Ring tournament. I fought like 2 weeks in a row, 2 weekends in a row, and I ended up winning the whole thing. Then I got I got fighter of the tournament for that too.
Favorite artist?
Chris Brown.
Favorite basketball player?
LeBron.
Favorite boxer?
Me.
Biggest inspiration?
Will Smith.
Favorite candy?
Laffy Taffy.
Favorite car?
Corvette.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Somewhere out west.
Where at?
Cali.
Dream location?
Vegas or Cali.
Dead or alive, like anybody that you want to go toe-to-toe with in the ring?
Shakur Stevenson. Ryan Garcia.
Was there a specific time in your life that actually triggered you and made you like, all right, I'm about to take this serious? Or like, was this something that you always wanted to do like your whole life?
Not necessarily my whole life, but like when I got into boxing, I didn't really think to just, turn professional and all that. I was just like, all right, I just want to learn how to fight so I can beat people up. But like a lot of people don't know, man, like I was little, man, I was, bullied and whatnot and picked on and whatnot. So, I feel like I ain't really like that stuff. So I wanted to learn how to fight and then, transition it into something else. My coach always told me, what you learn in here, stay in here. But I was just like, yeah, okay. And I kind of took it out to the streets and, I was fighting people and doing all the wrong things. But eventually, once my technique and stuff started to get a lot better, I just realized like there's not really no point in fighting people when like you can handle it. It's a quote I always use. I say, you are who you think you are. And that meaning, if you believe you the best basketball player or the best boxer or the best drawer or the best rapper, you are who you think you are. So if you want to be a king or anything, that's who you are. You have to believe that. And anything is possible. Never let anybody set limitations on your goals. Just strive to be the best that you can be. I just recently had a daughter. My daughter's 3 months. And that was like a wake-up call for me. So she's one of the reasons why I do what I do. Because, I didn't grow up having a lot. My grandma and grandfather made, they made ends meet so we could have whatever we had. But I want to make sure my daughter have 10 times more than what I had. So I got to make sure she able to just get it all for real. I keep grinding so she can get it.
When you first get that call, like what goes through your mind?
I had just signed with a management deal out of Pennsylvania, Deontay Management, and that was in February. And then, I had my daughter like on the 27th, and then literally the next day I signed to turn professional with this management team. And then literally like maybe a month and a half later, they had called me that I had a pro fight coming up June 8th. Oh yeah, it's lock-in time. It's time to go. Like, you've been waiting on this forever. Even my coaches, they told me like, you've been waiting on this, so you know what you got to do. So I was just pumped. I'm just like, man. They're like, all right, we're gonna wait till we secure an opponent or whatnot. Cause I was originally supposed to fight somebody else from Cleveland, and then Ohio Commission wouldn't allow it because he had too many fights, and they ended up getting me this other guy. So mentally, I'm just like, it don't matter who they get. It don't matter who they get. I work too hard, and if I let somebody beat me, hey, I'm crazy. I might as well be done for real, because I work too hard and I put the time in, and I know what I'm capable of, and I believe in my skills.
All right, so you got the dub. Now, what happened after the fight?
After the fight, we ended up going to the little club. I was with DeMonte. DeMonte Thomas is an NFL player from Alliance, Ohio. Played for the Broncos. But yeah, we ended up going to the club and, you know, just celebrating. It was lit. It was crazy too at the same time. It was crazy.
Now, a lot of people don't know DeMonte. You know, he's from Alliance. So, how did that link up? You know, how did you guys link up?
You know, I'm real cool with him and his family and stuff. His dad and them was talking about coming, but unfortunately, they didn't end up making it. He wasn't supposed to come because he was out in Denver. I think he was out there practicing with his team or whatnot, and then he ended up flying out and just coming because he was supposed to go to a wedding or something he was supposed to do, but he ended up making it out. And oh yeah, they had helped me out with a sponsor, and so I had put them on my shorts. It's more than a football organization. I had put their logo on my shorts. So that's kind of one of the reasons.
Now, who's paying? You know what I mean? Show celebration.
DeMonte invited me and my two of my friends out there, and he took care of it. DeMonte.
Are you afraid of losing? Because obviously you got this mentality of nobody's touching you, nobody can touch you.
I took some losses in the amateurs, and it wasn't necessarily like anybody beating me like dogging me or anything. It was more politics, you know. But you know, losing is really a part of life. You know, things happen, but it's not really a loss if you learn from it. But no, I don't think about losing. All I think about is winning, because I'm a winner, and that's all I'm gonna keep doing. You know, some people try to be negative or they ask, what if, you know, what if you lose? And then, you know, my comeback is, what if I don't? So, I'm not losing. It's not happening. Stay tuned. Every fight is going to be a movie. We're going to try to get a knockout every time if we can. Like I said, just keep watching me. Stay tuned to my man, QL. You know, he got the best videos, everything, anything you need, he got it. But yeah, to the generation, hey man, just stay humble, keep working hard, and set goals and achieve them.
Break down your process behind that, because you got the mentality, but also people don't understand like your work ethic.
I just see a lot of people, man. I see a lot of people working and you know, putting in that work. So I just tell myself to get after it, you know, and that's really self-motivation. I don't need nobody to be like, hey, get up and go run 5 miles. You gotta fight in 5 weeks. Get up and go to the gym. That's self-motivation. You know, I'm motivated myself because this is what I want to do. I love to do this, you know. Do I like running 5 miles a day? Hell no, I don't like running 5 miles a day. But, you know, that's what comes with the territory. You gotta put in the work so you can get the best results, you know. All the hard work is done in the gym, and the fight part is easy. So you gotta make sure you put in that work so you can stay one step ahead of the next person. That's why I run in the morning. That's why I run at night, because that guy that I might be fighting or that next guy I might be fighting, he might be asleep. I'm up 12 o'clock running, or I'm up 5 a.m. in the morning running. They sleep, so that puts me one step ahead of them. I just started trying to psych myself out, you know, because I was watching Shannon Briggs, and he always, because he was like over 400 some pounds, and he wasn't motivated. He was like depressed or whatever. So he started telling himself every single day, "Let's go, champ. Let's go, champ." And then he got motivated. He shredded down and started fighting and stuff again. So that's one of the reasons why. Like I psych myself out. You know, if I'm running, I tell myself they can't beat me, or I'm too fast, I'm too slick, I work too hard. You know, so it's just over time. You know, just believing in yourself and being confident and trying to mentally prepare yourself for whatever.
When it comes to boxing, like, who inspires you?
One person that does inspire me is Floyd Mayweather.
Now, what about Floyd that inspires you?
Of course, everybody would say his lifestyle, you know, because you know we all wanna live that type of lifestyle. But his work ethic, you know, he works hard. He really works hard. I mean, he runs his mouth a lot, but he backs it up though. So just his work ethic. I watched a lot of Floyd Mayweather, a lot of his recent fights and old fights, and try to study his style a little bit.
Who would you compare yourself to when it comes to boxing?
I would say Tommy Hearns. Tommy Hearns, he's a tall fighter like me, so he hasn't fight long, and a lot of the people that he fight are a lot shorter than him. So that's why there's like similarity, because I'm tall, and a lot of fighters that I fight are gonna be short.
Now, do you think that's an advantage or a disadvantage? Like, from your perspective, is that an advantage that you're actually taller, or is that a disadvantage?
Yes, it's an advantage, because my arm reach is a lot longer than theirs, so I can just keep them on the end of my jab and set that right hand up, or that uppercut, and the left hooks and all that stuff. But mainly I want to try to stay long and just pick my shots. Once we get an opponent secured, I'll look them up and see if I can find any footage on them, and just study the way that they fight, and then we'll make our adjustments from there. There's a couple cats right now that's making a name for themselves. There's one person. He like 8-0 right now. He's from Ukraine, but he's over here. He fights out of Philadelphia, and I would like to fight him. Once I get a couple fights under my belt, I would like to fight him.
Like a specific goal that you have when it comes to boxing?
I just want to build a legacy for myself and showcase my talent and let people see that I am going to be one of the best that ever laced up a pair of boxing gloves. I do have a goal though. I would like to bring a fight back here to Alliance, Ohio and Mount Union. Once I get secured with a couple fights under my belt, I think that would be